Hi, Islam, Mr. Elon Musk. It's going on 7:30 a.m. Today I have to be at work at 11 and I just woke up. So I'm probably not looking too cute right now. And that's what I used to say a lot. Um, anyway, anyway, you know, Mr. Elon Musk, I say Islam, we as Muslims, we say Islam when we greet one another. Um, and I think Islam, the word Islam has a frequency, and it's part of me. Um, recognize that I'm a more and attached and more, not just and I'm recognizing and speaking truth that I am a sacred more. I want to say because um, I'm gonna get to why I'm doing this video. Um, well, when my consciousness changed and I was seeking out my hair when I was seeking out um, how to reclaim myself as more and alert different government agencies. I'm drinking mushroom coffee right now. I one of the things or changes I was trying to make was name change with that. But the Moors at the time that I was connected with did not tell me, and I was not informed. I didn't inform myself either. But um, I guess some Moors would say it was their obligation to inform, but I wasn't informed about the name Bay or Il. So I just wanted to. I applied. I wanted to have a name change for me, Imani, and Abbas. Abbas is my youngest son, Imani, and and to be recognized as Moors. It was Washita Moors at the time, which is connection to Atatsin Moors. So the name I chose after my consciousness change was Naja Orma Zena. Naja means sacred. Orma means um, sacred. I apologize. I just had a forced engagement. Zena means spirit. So hold on one moment. I just Naja means sacred. Orma means um, something. Just something. I apologize. A forced engagement. When I woke up this morning, Zena means spirit. Um, someone uh, a a African American female just yelled "How more?" I don't know if you heard it, and there was some free feedback here, and all of a sudden I feel pressure here, and as I'm trying to demonstrate what Xena means. So Naja means strong. Alma means sacred. Spirit is Xena. Strong, sacred spirit. So that is what I chose. And, I apologize. It was like a strong, like, and then I heard a Spanish speaking male accent. Actually, when I opened my eyes earlier, for whatever reason, I felt a lot of forced engagements, like pressure around my abdomen, and I felt like some just really like really forced engagement, like pressure. That's the best way of spirits. That's energy, frequency. and I was hearing it's like a Spanish male accent, especially seemed like to attack my genitals. This is around 4 a.m. when I woke up to make sure Imani to say I love you to Imani and say have a good well day. But getting back, as we say Islam, um, I think um, being one of returning to my true self has taken a lot of time. But I'm just going to get to what I'm trying to say. I'm still returning to my true self, learning who I am. This is mushroom coffee. I like mushroom coffee. I make my own mushroom coffee, not scratch from scratch. I buy the mushrooms from Whole Foods, and I buy the coffee from Whole Foods, and I add honey. I haven't used white um, sugar in a long time, and that's how I'm able to make my mushroom coffee. So, um, Whole Foods sells a brand called Four Sigmatic and Own. So, I was having visuals or experiencing visuals of thoughts. What if Elon Musk was to offer you money? And why? These were thoughts, and this is truth. Thoughts are energy. And why did Sheik Dwayne Buffalo Bank never give you money? I want to tell you exactly why. I don't know why. I can just tell you what happened. I didn't know Sheik Dwayne Buffalo Bay. This is truth. I didn't know that he was as wealthy as is implied to be. I didn't. And I think it was after Abbas, when I didn't know Abbas had undergone um, spirit invasion as he did. Abbas, my youngest son, I sent him to go live with his father when he was going on 14 years old to New York, and I didn't know. I didn't know how many how there's unclean spirits can manipulate your thoughts, actually make you forget, just like now. Um, I almost forgot Naja Ormazina. So anyway, I did choose that name, and when I tried to file the paperwork with that name, the courts denied my paperwork, saying that the paperwork that the Washitas gave me were not legitimate. So anyway, that's another story. But that was the name I chose. Strong, Sacred Spirit. It's interesting because at the time I was still having a challenge articulating the word spirit after my consciousness change, because I was experiencing so many changes, and the thoughts of my mother just weighed on me so much. And coming from a background of Christianity, and then I definitely dabbled into Nation of Islam, Orthodox Islam, and so forth. The Black Conscious Movement, definitely, you know, which was stemming towards Christianity or either Muslim or Islam or the form of Islam. I did not. Um, I still did not have when my consciousness changed. Believe it or not, it's not that the Nation of Islam, those thoughts, I just didn't connect with it anymore. And I don't know, that's all I can say. Before my consciousness changed, I did. After my consciousness changed, I did not. But I connected with burning herbs, crystals, learning different forms of Yoruba, uh, exoteric, Egyptian, uh, Egyptology, the stars, the moon, um, um, pouring libations. But I did not connect with Christianity, and I definitely didn't connect with Islam or even that form that many African Americans went towards um, the Nation of Islam. I just did not. It just did not connect with me. Um, so anyway, so when after Abbas left, he was removed from here because he became violent. And we had to call the police. He was going to stay here. He came in June of 2018. I didn't know what my son had undergone and what he, even when he was removed from here, I can only imagine what he experienced by the police or the hospital and the mental institution here in Annapolis and others. I can only imagine because of what I experienced, and I'm not in a mental institution. What I experienced by those that know how to use frequency in Annapolis, that are connected to the military, the police, that are unnaturalized. I can only imagine what my son Abbas Malik Bey, when they removed him, and what he was experiencing while he was here. Because we had, me, Money and I were working. We had to go to work and leave him here for hours at a time at formerly Extended Stay America, now Admiral Suites. I can only imagine what when they took him from this room, what they what Abbas Malik Bey experienced, what he experienced when he was in New York. And so the further ongoing of transformation of, I consider myself a celestial Moor. So just even when I was sleeping, I woke up, I felt like my body was shaking. And I was hearing thoughts, experience thoughts of someone, a black male saying military. I felt my body was like this. I woke up and I heard African American females, and they were saying military, and like trying to subjugate me to be possibly like this happens. Like I said, I noticed my body would shake, not like too obvious, but enough. When African Americans, not all, would grab their phone, and they could be connected to the police in Annapolis or the military, and African American women and females and males also could be pale skin, whatever. And all of a sudden my body would shake. It's like they're trying to, I don't know. I can't say that's the connection, but that's the sequence of events I've experienced many times. Can't say that they're doing something with their cell phone, but that's a sequence of events I've experienced many times in Annapolis. Or many times hearing those in Annapolis look at me and say, "Your son." Monty is the only son I have here, as though, and they saying it as though they in a threatening way. As I'm feeling this, as though they could do something to him as well. As I'm experiencing this, or for sharp pains. So I was experiencing the shaking um, when I woke up, and I kept experiencing like a frequency in the room, African American male and female, and those that speak Spanish, and also pale skin energy. Pale skin is, I don't know if some of those that claim nationality. So if you haven't claimed a nationality, instead of saying white, because white is not a nationality, I say pale skin. That's what we were taught is more. It's the correct term. If they haven't claimed, if a person who is pale skin has not claimed a nationality. White is not a correct term. Black is not a correct term. It's not. It doesn't exist in constitutional law. So we were taught that African American, Black, Negro, pale skin, white does not exist in constitutional law. And so if they haven't claimed a nationality, then we use terms to describe, or if we don't know, so um so it's 15 minutes. So Mr. Elon Musk, after Bass left, it was, so try to remember, the Compensated Emancipation Proclamation was ratified December, if I remember correctly, 1860. I might be wrong, because so compensated 1862. The initial Emancipation Proclamation was ratified September. So I think it was pretty much, it was in December. Before this, there were thoughts and images online that implied that, because I told you Sheik Dwayne Bafabé is a medium, and this is how we communicated through the ethers of mentalism, that he wanted to give me money. This is after Bass left. So this was during the compensated emancipation. This was definitely during the month of December. And because I remember thinking, and I was listening to, and I kept saying no. As soon as I felt or experienced a thought of that manner, I was saying Sheik Dwayne Bafabé and say, no, I'm not going to accept money from you. I'm your wife. That's it. I'm your wife. And then sometimes this is before that the conference call, because this was this is leading up to the conference call. So Abbas left. So, and then after the conference call, I was experiencing a lot. Things were getting even worse and worse here in reference to the forced engagements of African Americans, blacks, um, the dreams, issues with Burger King, which I didn't understand why. It's like, you tell me to do something, I'm gonna do it. Or where's this burst of anger, criticizing me untruthfully come from, or creating something that looks like what they're saying is true, but it's not. Now, and something I'm still open to constructive criticism. I always tell the manager, say, tell me, and I try to do my best and correct it. So I didn't understand where all the energy was coming from, but all I could do is give a sequence of events. So during this time, thoughts I was thinking even then maybe I should move. And I remember I had text Sheik Dwayne Bafabé, and I was like, "You offered me, um, you offered me compensation," and I said, honestly, I don't want compensation. I'm your wife, but if you want to assist me in moving, give me $10,000, $9,000. That will help. And Imani and I can leave Annapolis. That's what I did. But then at the time, his Twitter page was not private, and if I remember correctly, and anyway, I then I received, I would see different tweets come that implied to be from him, saying demonstrating why accept such a small amount. If you stick it through, you can have such a large amount, have the big thing, and including like so, as in a small amount of money, but you can have so much more. Why accept $9,000, $10,000? And I was like, I didn't want to accept that. I just, but things were getting so rough here in Annapolis. That's all I thought I would possibly need. I mean, now, to just move somewhere. But I guess looking for a job and so forth, I can see how this can carry on of what I experienced in trying that can harm. And at first I didn't see this, but harm our chances of getting another job. So one in December of 2018, I was on a conference call, and definitely the sheiks were implying, and the sheiks is of compensation. The word compensation kept coming up, and I was seeing visuals of sheiks and sheikesses, and then I felt like it's like each time one would say compensator, compensator, or compensate, or some inform, I felt a slight force sharp pain. It's like I'm not saying they were doing it, but like if they agreed, I felt a force sharp pain on my foot. Compensator, compensator, compensate or compensate in so many words. And I don't remember, but this was definitely a few months after Bass left. This was then, and it was definitely in the month of December of 1862. And I'm not saying that the sheiks and sheikesses were doing it as a ritual, because I don't know where the sharp pain was coming from, but it was definitely simultaneously. And even then I said no. Because I just didn't want, I was like, I feel like, I was like, I'm not going to, why would I accept money for something that over truth? That's why. I kept telling, I kept saying no to Sheik Dwayne Baffle Bay. And then I started to experience these thoughts that I was a fool, but that's not how I saw it, because I saw money as meaning as a payoff of truth. It's like we're gonna pay you to remove truth that you are his wife, and I was not going to do that. That's how I felt. As time went on and things were getting bad, I would be angry, and sometimes I definitely said, because I think the word the visual $800,000 and so forth. And one time I was even connected with one of the females that was connected to the female that he supposedly loved through the Twitter page, through Twitter. So, um, but nonetheless, I don't know why he did not even say, here's $10,000, here's $5,000, 2,000, 20,000, or even if he went to 800,000. Why? I don't know why. All I can tell you is one day I experienced. I wasn't looking for riches from him, and I was just trying to grow spiritually and learn why I'm here. Keep learning who I am, because I'm thankful. I am thankful of the knowledge and the teachings from Moorish American National Republic and other Moors. Now, hold on, okay, my nose. Here, one moment. So I apologize. And so and once again, I'm pretty. Sometimes I put on the first few videos I had on eyeliner and lip gloss, but a lot of times I don't wear eyeliner and lip gloss. But I like wearing it, so it's vegan. I like vegans. I don't know if you. I don't think you are, but I'm more like connected to vegan vegetarian, and my goal is raw fruits and vegetables. And that's I'm just trying to I actually right there when I set my goal, I felt like a forced engagement here on my body sheaths, but I'm okay. So I'm very spiritual, Mr. Elon Musk, and I'm not going to be like forced engagement or whatever. But I did. I'm very like connected to um, when I experience certain forced engagements, mentally, spiritually. I am. So during the time I knew I was growing while I was here, and I knew I chose to be here, come here for a reason. Now it's coming to me that because I'm a spiritual practitioner, where else there's not it's just not that reason. I'm gonna touch some more, celestial more, and I came to Annapolis where so many unclean spirits and unclean behavior, unclean thoughts exist. But I'm learning to believe in the spirit world, in what is and what truth is. So relearning, it's already in me. But anyway, to make a long story short, um, I don't know. All I know is before I met you, there was some type of energy that definitely the women that Sheik Dwayne Baffle Bay was connected to, that supported the woman he claims he loves, and that she, and I'm not saying this is true, was doing lots and lots of witchcraft and working along with that unclean spirits that are African American, the military or whatever else upon me, but definitely toward with the African American blacks and others. Oh, definitely those that speak Spanish. Definitely, it was implied that not just the women, but some of the sheiks. This is spiritual, so I'm not accusing. And I just felt that when I started to have this burst of energy of wanting to expand my finances, definitely there was an energy that was released from that was upon me. Like it was like something that was off of me, and so um, so I started to search and to expand my finances, and that's how I started to learn stocks, and that's how I came across Tesla. That's it. In which Tesla, then I looked and said, okay, this person named Elon Musk owns Tesla. And I was like, Tesla, I'm the inventor. Because when my consciousness changed, I was so interested in Tesla because how he used water and electricity in the pyramids. He used the information that the Egyptians used the water for in reference to electricity, and that's all I can say right now because I don't want to sound too ignorant. But but and also how he was an inventor who was like, we can have free electricity. We don't have to charge people for light because of water. So that's what I remember, but I have to go back and look again. So that's it. And so getting back, and um, Mr. Elon Musk, it's already 30 minutes. I apologize. I need to drink this coffee so I can go earn money. I, um, I was experiencing thoughts of um, if Elon Musk was to give you money, what would you do? Or um, offer money? And I was, these are just thoughts, when I say just thoughts or thoughts, okay? I think that would be rational and in truth, right? It's sort of like me saying that Sheik Dwayne Buffalo Bay was offering money to compensate me through the mentalism, the ethers, or and implied through the conference call. But um, these there's truth there. It is true, but I think um, and if you was to ask him in truth, if he was truthful, he would say yes. But I don't know why he never did. So those that can manipulate the physical plane and the spiritual and mental plane, because they know both of them exist, and say she was just trying to steal money from that Porsche, from that not poor but honorable chic, and so that's what we're among here in Annapolis, African American blacks and those and others Spanish speaking who are possibly very angry that they cannot force Imani and I to lie down without many knowing about it. And they're connected to the military, the United States Navy, Army, the police, and other government branches, angry that they cannot penetrate Imani, and those that are pale skinned, say three Mason, speak Spanish, without without the documentation and everything that's going on. So the next step is to demonstrate she is, if they can, she is crazy. Especially I notice when I talk to myself when I'm out, or that people be looking. Anyway, so let me just continue. So I don't want to seem like I'm begging or trying to maneuver money from you as I make this statement, but I would say I found it odd because I just had the thought, and then you tweeting about if you was to give money. I would first of all, I would be grateful, but secondly, I would definitely be grateful. But secondly, I would definitely just I would just be grateful and thankful. And um want you to know that it's not easy. It has not been easy for me, Mr. Elon Musk. Um, when I say that I knew Sheik Dwayne Buffalo Bay, that ages ago, I knew him. This during this time, it has not been easy for me. Even now, even though I'm experiencing so much, it's not that I don't have love for myself. I love myself. But to see him experience something, I still feel it here. When I was in a sacred mental grove with him, there was an old man. I used to call him an elder. And he's the one that told me not to go back in the sacred grove after I left New York. He said, "Don't come back here." Do not go back here. And I always, and when I would see him in the safe growth, I always listened to him. I always listened to what he told me to do. And I didn't. And I see why. He had long locks. Long, 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 long locks. Anyway, he told us, it looked like him, definitely. He said, she's a baby, but y'all both are crawling. Saying, or not, no, he said, he didn't call me a baby. I apologize. He said, you both are crawling like babies. It's like he was telling him about me, that the lack of knowledge and naiveness, but also he was warning him that he's crawling like a baby, that he doesn't know. He has no idea. And I remember that's the energy I felt when he said that he was warning Sheik Dwayne Bethel, with all his knowledge, his wealth, his experience. He doesn't know. He has no idea what can be among him that can maybe not do him well. And then he also was telling him, she's crawling too. But the energy I felt when he was telling him is that she doesn't know. She's relearning. So, but anyway, it hasn't been easy, Mr. Elon Musk. That's all I can say. If I could only put you in my shoes, maybe ages ago, ages ago. No, I wouldn't say that. Or just put me in. I don't think that would be, um, because that's sort of like dealing with time. But I would say, well, I don't know. You might can go back ages. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm learning you. I mean, some would say, Imani, I'm mixed. I'm a demigod. Some would say. I remember Mr. Elon Musk, and maybe you are too. I remember Mr. Elon Musk. There was this video, this clip of Clash of the Titans. The recent Clash of the Titans that came out a few years back in like 2000 and I think 7 or 8 or 9, 10, something like that. Anyway, not the old one in 1988 or 1980s. Anyway, and Hades came up and looked at the demigod and said, "Interesting." and this clip was a thought of, because the queen thought her daughter was like the most beautiful, and she was just putting down the gods and Hades, and she was just like really just like blasphemy the gods, and then Hades just rose up and just said, "You have no idea. You have offended forces that you have no comprehension of." This clip just stayed with me for a while. I think some of the Moors, I don't know, I think Moors. Anyway, I think there's some high Moors on a high pedestal, high thoughts, true Moors. I think they were sending that information down when I started to experience certain things, and they saw some Moors not behaving the way that they should, really, really, and they started to see some truth. So I think that was the energy. But I'll just make a long story short. I would accept Mr. Elon Musk, and through your divine higher self, I would definitely accept. Now, where would I go, Imani and I would look for a community where like minds, I can grow food, grow my own food. My grandmother had her own garden. I told you she raised like 18 kids on her own. Not on her own, with my grandfather, excuse me, with my grandfather. My mother's side, they had six, but my grandmother on my father's side had 18. So then on my mother's side, I mean, cousins, aunts, uncles, extended family, so forth. So some of them might have had gardens and so forth on my mother's side, but I just know I was at my grandmother's house on my dad's side. And that's what I want. I want a garden. I want to be able to grow my own food. I want to be able to teach my grandchildren everything that I wasn't able to learn when I was a child about spirits and being spiritual and the divine highest self. And so I would accept your divine highest self. And I'll be thankful and grateful to my divine highest self. I would be, yeah, that's how it is. That's what I would be. I would accept. And I'm saying this in humility. I'm not ashamed to say I would accept Mr. Elon Musk. I would accept. Anyway, Islam.